everyone, welcome to the Cities Skylines Global Collaboration. Wait, what? What's this? Well, this is a collaboration between a bunch of different Cities Skylines creators, which was organized by Paradox, and we're going to be trying to build collaboratively a city. Not one person building a city, no, many of us building a city all together, one part at a time, and I'm here to give us the starting infrastructure, and other people will take it from here. So in this episode, I'm building a huge stack interchange at the entrance to the city, and you'll see how big it is towards the end of the video. Before we continue, I want to quickly explain how this series is going to work. So this is going to be a 13-part series. There are going to be 12 videos with builds, whether they be cinematic videos of people's builds or just time lapses like I'm doing right now. Those will be on a bunch of different people's channels. I'm obviously the first builder here, and then after me there's Distanced, then there's Taser, then the Timmeister, Skibbit, Bisquagelhausen, Kaminogi, Sanctum Gamer, Sardis, Palms Time, PHTN, and William C. And they're all going to be building their own parts of the city. There's going to be one episode a day, and you're going to be able to just wake up and see it in your sub box, or maybe see it in the afternoon or at night, depending on your time zone. But the next episode, once again, is going to be on Distance channel, so that will be obviously linked in the description of the video and in the top right, so you can check that out for yourself. Make sure you're subscribed to him so you don't miss that. I would definitely not want to miss that myself. But yeah, after those 12 videos are released on different creators' channels, there's going to be one final wrap-up cinematic video on the official Cities Skylines YouTube channel. So that's that 13th video that I was talking about before. I'm really happy this is happening. This is a huge step for Cities Skylines. Nothing like this, as far as I know, has ever been done before. Obviously, FBS Airport and Arrowhead Junction were, 3 people each for those collabs in the past, but this is 12 people working on one collab build. Obviously only one episode each, but still that's a pretty big feat, and I'm really happy that we were able to pull it off, and I'm really honored to start the collaboration off here. So this footage that you're seeing right now, I recorded all the way back in March. This was recorded a long time ago. So you might see more camera movement. You're not going to see mid-roll cinematics like I usually have in my newer videos. You're not going to see a before and after. A lot of the things that I now have in my current video style just weren't part of my repertoire back then. So if you're a new viewer, definitely expect even better video content. If you go check out my other series, I'd recommend you go check out Columbia City. That's a really good series to check out. It's my main project on my channel right now. I'm building an American Pacific Northwest city. That's very detailed, and I think you'd enjoy it. But yeah, my current video style is definitely different from this, which doesn't make this a bad video. It's just there's a little bit more camera movement than I'd like. So if the camera moves a lot, don't let that scare you away from my my channel. And I mean, it's not too bad. I think I was recording this on like 10% camera speed and just gameplay speed generally. So that made it a little bit less annoying when the camera moved. But I'm still moving it around a lot. Regardless though, it's pretty easy to see what I'm building. This interchange is really complicated. This is based off of an interchange in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, between the Interstate 94, Interstate 794, and Interstate 43 freeways. And yeah, it's a huge interchange. The interchange in Milwaukee is right next to downtown. For what it is, it's really compact, actually. The interchange I'm making here is a lot less compact, but it still accomplishes a lot in a pretty small area. Honestly, I haven't built that many interchanges in Cities Skylines. I mean, I've built 2 really complex interchanges in New Windsor, or at least moderately complex for the time. And I've built a pretty complex interchange in Columbia City, and then some other ones, but interchanges just aren't my thing. I'm not very good at building them in general, and they take a lot of time, although they add a ton to a city, and I'm really, really happy with what this interchange adds to this city, and I think it accomplishes its goal pretty well of being a huge artery for the region. The main components of this interchange that you should probably take note of are the concrete highways by Clus. These are amazing, and if you haven't downloaded these, I don't know where you've been, because they're so good. They're amazing. I even use them in my American project so they don't have yellow lines on the left side. Like, I'll sacrifice that level of detail for the other detail that these add. They add amazing pillars, they add beautiful, beautiful textures and models, and they're just amazing. But at this point, we've finished working on at least the outline of the interchange itself. We're gonna return later and actually detail it. We're placing down some other things here. So I'm sort of placing down the portion of the highway that goes into what will be the downtown area of the city. And we're going to work on a rough road layout for the area. But first, I have to terraform a little bit because, so this map is by Mr. Mason. It's called Miriam Bay, and I highly recommend that you check it out. It is going to be linked in the description. It's a really good map, and I love the different rivers that flow through it and all of the detail that's placed into these tiny little bays and estuaries, and it's amazing. I love it. But the shape of it, I wanted to be a little bit different for downtown. I wanted to change the way that the area where the city's going to be is shaped, and I like what I changed it to. I didn't change it too much, just enough where I think it'll look a little bit more natural in that spot on the map. Yeah, my network placement here, just think of it as an outline. I'm placing some railway lines down here, or at least one that goes through the city. I've also placed one avenue that's got a light rail going through it. I honestly haven't seen much of the other stuff that people have built at this point. Like, I haven't looked at it in detail, at least. I'm actually waiting for their episodes to come out to see exactly what each person builds in detail, and that's going to be really exciting for me because I want to see what people do with this infrastructure, because it's not meant to be a definitive final result whatsoever. Don't think of anything except maybe the interchange itself as a final piece within the city. Everything's going to be changed by other people. Maybe they'll keep the general outline, maybe they won't. My goal here is basically just to give everybody an outline from which to build a city, the starting infrastructure, basically. Further than that, though, I'm making an interchange. Like, everything else I do in terms of terraforming and placing other roads of the map is sort of peripheral. What I'm really focused on is this interchange, and we're starting to detail it now. I'm using these beautiful markings from the workshop. They're networks that sort of adapt to the different sizes and shapes that these nodes will have, and they allow me to really, really easily have like chevron markings at nodes. Now, with this interchange, I'm not going as detailed as some people do, like Skibeth, obviously, Noguchi Maruyama, Creative Dex, a lot of other creators who go insanely detailed with these interchanges. I'm not doing that, and it would have taken me like 20 days to do that with such a big interchange here. However, I am making sure that I add some reasonable level of detail here, and that means making sure that there aren't any nodes that go untouched, that I make sure I add white markings at all of these nodes. Makes it a little bit easier not to need to use yellow markings like I sometimes do for nodes in my American cities, but I am making sure to add barriers, like the concrete highways that I mentioned earlier that I'm using here come with a barrier pack, which is absolutely amazing, and it makes it really easy to connect the different nodes together because the barriers the highways themselves are using are auto-placed if you want them to be, and you can connect them using the exact same barrier, so it totally matches, and I had a lot of fun integrating all of these together. I also made sure to download some custom vehicles from the workshop. I downloaded just a bunch of trucks and cars, and I think I'm using advanced vehicle options, so I got rid of the vanilla vehicles just for the purposes of showcasing this interchange here. And it's actually pretty satisfying because the way I record these time lapses, if you weren't aware, is I use the speed slider mod to slow the simulation down a lot. It also slows my camera down a lot, which is extremely good because it makes the video a lot more watchable. But with this speed slider recording, that like having the simulation slowed down makes it so that when I speed it up, it plays back in what looks like normal speed, like as in it looks like I'm not speeding it up at all right now, yet you're still getting a faster time lapse. And that's sort of how I do things and how a lot of other YouTubers do things. From what I know, the first person who did that speed slider tactic, or at least that I know of, was Infrastructurist, who is a YouTuber who hasn't uploaded in a really long time, and I really miss Infrastructurist's videos a lot. But I saw that sort of tactic there, and I started using it at some point, and it has stuck on my channel at least, and I'm very much enjoying how much more watchable it makes my videos look. Other than a little bit more freeway detailing and some detailing in the areas surrounding the freeway to place some foliage and stuff, we're done. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you're excited for the global collaboration, make sure to leave a like on the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on the video. You could subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a video so you never miss an upload. And make sure to subscribe to Distanced in the description. His channel is the place where the next video will be tomorrow, so check that out for sure. Don't want to miss that. If you want to keep up, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those are in the description. If you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee, one-time contribution. That would be highly appreciated. Links in the description. Or if you want some perks and you want to contribute monthly, head over to my Patreon. That's there too. Quick shout out to some patrons: Asher Joseph, Robinson Griffin, Trey Hammonds, Forrest Corbett, and Matthew Lewis. Thank you all for your support, and thank you everybody for your support. Whether you're a patron or not, it doesn't matter. All of your support is highly appreciated. I mean, yeah, that's basically it. Thank you all for watching to the ends. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you enjoy these beautiful, crispy cinematics, and I'll see you next time.